Oh, it's a novel versus video. It's been a while since I did one of those. Uh, it is Buddhism versus Atheism. Which one do I think is better? First, we're gonna take a look at atheists. Most atheists don't believe in an afterlife. That was a good idea to do it here. Now, there's some atheists who believe there's an afterlife, but they don't believe there's a God behind it. Because if there doesn't need to be a God behind life, why does there need to be a God for the afterlife? Well, that's a good argument. Atheists, they tend to be logical to a certain point. After all, easy atheists tend to have instincts if you're male or female. But again, easy emotional people can look like they're logical. Just like Christians can look like they're scientific. Which we know they're not. Another thing is, atheists like evidence. They won't believe in things out of blind faith. Yeah, somewhat about that. They will, at least atheists I've heard, will encourage you to listen to other atheists and listen and believe. Now, a Buddhist, on the other hand, won't, at least I've overheard at least, never tell you to listen to another Buddhist and listen and believe. It's, you must do. You don't believe in what someone says, but you believe in what you experience. Well, the only thing you can be proven is the experience you will experience. So instead of going by someone's word, you can't prove or disprove because you're not smart enough. So I guess that means there's really no point of knowing physics. Because unless you're a physicist, you're going to know how to prove or disprove that. But if you're the average Joe, well, what's the point of learning how atoms work? You don't know how to really prove that's how it works. You're just listening by someone's word. Now, a lot of things the Buddhists came up with on their theories has only really been proven correctly by people who are willing to do the research, and that's atheists. Yes, the Buddhists will tell you to experience, but finding out what's true or not true is not really on their agenda. Because finding out how space works or a tree grows, it's not going to help you find happiness. Which I've already accomplished what I think about all of that in a different video. Yeah, I remember now. Emotions. Check that out. I used to thought Buddhism was way better than Christianity. But now, I have pumped Buddhism down and Christianity up, but only up to the level where it's equal to Buddhism. But I've already talked about all that. in my original versus video, Buddhism versus Christianity. Now, does the Buddhists believe in an afterlife? It's a bit complex. And also different branches of Buddhism or even different things. But I guess the most simplest answer to that question would be a no. And also, it's more like the agnostic. They believe a god or gods and goddesses exist, but they don't believe they're necessary to reach your highest goal in life. The way I've been looking at it is they kind of look at like Zeus and all of them is no more than just another animal like a dog or a cat. It lives, it dies, it reborns again. It has atoms, it's made out of particles, it's made out of cells, and so on, from the big to the small. So, which in a way, though, I wouldn't say they're incorrect. If the gods like Zeus or Horus and all of them do exist, yeah, they would be just flesh and blood, particles and atoms and so on. So just, he'll be another animal. But, now, I kind of talked about the two differences between atheist and Buddhism. And in the past, I would have definitely said Buddhism. But now, I would kind of have to say atheist is better in Buddhism. Which doesn't mean there isn't some great things about Buddhism. It's like definitely better than what atheists think. But all in all, atheists on the way of thinking is far better. Because I wouldn't say they like suffering, but they allow it because they see it as an important part of life. You would invent things because you're miserable. Maybe because you're miserable because people don't pay attention to you. Maybe because you're miserable because it's not just people, but maybe it's the women's who don't pay attention to you. So you gotta invent something new, earn some money with that invention, and now you're like, oh, I'm drowning in the monies. Now I'm drowning in the pussy. Well, the Buddhist, on the other hand, is like, no, suffering doesn't serve a purpose. Get rid of it. All you need is happiness. Everyone wants to be happy, and everyone likes being happy. I'm not denying that. Happiness is great. But if you're happy all the time, nothing gets done. So this is why I'm giving it to the atheist. So, my next versus video will be atheism. It's gonna be atheist versus stuff instead of Christianity. I will be atheist versus Taoism, or atheist versus nihilism. I haven't really decided yet. Who knows? I might decide something totally different. Okay. Just like we say to all people who die, goodbye and peace. I said that backwards.